Lions TV, this is a player ratings VT for Saturday's very impressive 2-1 win over Middlesbrough at the Den, as we know by now. Let's crack straight on. I'm still struggling from Saturday night. Let's get into it. In goal, Jordan Archer, 4. At right back, Marlon Romeo goes from strength to strength. It's going to be very, very difficult for McLaughlin to get back in the side anytime soon, as far as I can see. Another strong performance from Marlon. He likes to get forward so much more. Well, I thought McLaughlin did, but then since Marlon's come in, it just seems he gets forward so much more. He loves that overlap and gets some good balls into the box. Marlon Romeo gets a 7. Switching sides to left back, the man from down under, James Meredith. I was having a chat with someone Saturday and I said he's a different type of player than to what I expected. I expected him to be very tricky, very technical, and he isn't. But what he is, he's absolutely a Millwall player. He's ferocious in the tackle, he's strong, he's like a little bulldozer going through people. For me, Meredith's best game for us so far, he gets an 8. In the centre of the defence, also, it's going to be difficult for Boro Webster to get back in now. Our centre defence pairing goes from strength to strength. Let's start with Jake Cooper. I see a thing on Twitter early, he's not getting enough praise. He's an unsung hero. He's getting better every game. He really, really is. He's a young talent and then he could go far. For me, Jake Cooper gets an 8. Alongside him, a player that I'd written off as a bad signing, as an injury-prone player, has completely turned it around and he's probably the best defender at the club now. Another brilliant, commanding, strong performance. He won everything in the air, especially the late onslaught we had to defend. Sean Hutchinson also gets an 8. Left midfield, the man I used to call the onion bag because he used to get so many goals. He hasn't scored in a long time, but I liked him again, Aidan. I thought he played well. He could have possibly had the chance to score, and yes, he should have slotted Jed in, which would have been maybe for our third goal just before half-time, but it was good to see that greenness. He's got that back, and he's got that hunger back. I thought he played well, Aidan, on the left. He's starting to cut in a lot more, and in time, and more games again. Hopefully, he can get a few shots off, a few better deliveries, and start being amongst the goals again. Aidan O'Brien gets a 7. The right-hand side of midfield, this man, Jed Fernley-Wallace. Listen, Jed has been superb for us, along with George Saville, the signs of the season. I won't say Wolves' lost that game because they're top of the league, but in time, I really believe Jed could be a Millwall legend. He was brilliant against Saturday, involved in everything, good going forward, and obviously he scored a goal. Good to see him get back on the score sheet. Jed Wallace gets an 8. Moving to central midfield with a player who hasn't been so favourable to Wolves, Ryan Tunnicliffe covered more grass than a fly mow on Saturday, just here, there and everywhere. And that tackle he put in set the stall out for us to go on and open the score in the 5 minutes later, score again. He was here, there and everywhere. He could have got on a score sheet himself towards the end, made up a lot of ground to get into the box, but fluffed his shot from a Morrison cross. Ryan Tunnicliffe gets an 8. Alongside Tunnicliffe, George Saville, he's not been quiet the last couple of games. We've just come to expect so much from Saville that if he doesn't produce and score a goal or two, we think he's had an off day, but he's been brilliant throughout the season. Now our top scorer, got on a score sheet again, run the game from me, lovely left foot, and I love that about him. He's left-footed, and he likes to get forward. It would be interesting to see him as a free with Tunnicliffe and Williams on one up top. I know some people are calling for that, but get back to this game. For me, George Saville gets a 9. And up front, Steve Morrison, new contract, the right was on the wall for him to score. Listen, he should have scored, but again, he was involved in everything, good going forward, linked well with Gregory, run himself into the absolute ground, a 34-year-old Silver Fox. Steve Morrison gets a 7. And alongside him, the beautiful man is Lee Gregory. Listen, you might think I'm up Gregory's arse, maybe I am, maybe I ain't, but listen, he's not pushed Saville close there for man of the match. He was involved in both goals. Again, he holds the ball up, turns and lays in Tunnicliffe, who in turn puts in a beautiful pass for Jed for the first, and then for the second goal, much the same. He makes a slide tackle out of nowhere, wins possession back, gives it to Morrison, he slots it into George Saville, who does the rest. So, for me, it was very close between George Saville and Lee Gregory. Lee Gregory gets an 8.5. So that's your lot for this player ratings VT. I can go back to laying on the sofa on absolute turmoil. The Lions TV man of the match is George Saville. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.